And we're live here at the Q&A video for Matt and Justus.
Woo!
God, I'm excited. I am hyped, guys. I am so freaking hyped right now, and I'm hyped because this is the first video, technically, right, that we're talking to you guys. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
We're talking to you guys straight
Well, aside
up.
from like the end tags that we've been doing at the end of the long form videos.
Besides the end tags, but this is going to be
our first official talk to the audience video ever. We've never done this before.
We've never done this before.
Actually, we did shoot like 2 podcasts once.
That's true.
Sucked.
Never aired.
Never
So
them.
this is the first
This
one.
is the first one, the official one.
This is super exciting, and we're just gonna jump right in with you guys. We're gonna answer your guys' questions, most of your guys' questions. We're gonna be do all your guys' questions because you guys, there's a lot of questions.
There's a lot, and then there were also repeat questions too. So we picked the ones that were most asked, and then also the most interesting ones,
Yep.
and then also just some kind of
funny
like,
ones.
just some funny ones.
Some funny ones. So let's jump right in. Timmy?
Tim is
Yes,
going to
sir.
be moderating today.
Tim is our moderator here.
Is that what it's called, a moderator?
Is it? But let's hop in, Timmy. Let's get the first question going. Let's see what we got
See
here.
the first
All
question.
right, so
here.
this
First
question
one.
is from Zarak Gandari, and it is how did you two meet? What's your background?
Wow. How
Great
did we meet?
question.
That's a great question. What was his name?
It's Zarak, spelled Zawraqh.
I can't even say that.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to pronounce that.
It's an
Zarak
interesting name.
Dambari?
Yeah,
Zarak
yes.
Samaris?
It looks like Handari, Handari.
Handari.
Zarak Handari.
Handari.
That's how I would pronounce it.
Handari.
Great question, Zorak Handari.
Zarak Handari.
Great question. How did we meet, Matthew? Why don't you go ahead and start us out here?
So Justus and I met at my dad's acting school, Santa Clarita School of Performing Arts. I was...
Click the link.
Click the link below to see
gonna
Santa
add-
Clarita School of Performing Arts. Yeah, so I was casting for a pilot for a video, like a TV show that I was shooting at 15. Which
He was 15 at the time.
I was making a video.
I was like 17 at the time.
yeah,
Fuck, we're old.
And I needed I was casting for it, and I asked my buddy Josh Walker. Shout out to Josh. I was like, "Do you know any like really funny actors from?" The acting classes that you're in?" And he was like, "Yeah, I know someone." And he brought Justus in, and then Justus did an audition in my dad's recording studio, actually.
Yeah. The best part about this too is I took it so fucking seriously. Like I felt like I was auditioning for like a big Hollywood movie, but little did I know it was fucking Matthew. But I was like kind of nervous too. I'm like, fuck, like, I don't want to fuck this audition up. Like, I really want to be friends.
I remember
with this guy.
you were wearing like a poncho in the scene. That's all I remember. Like
We didn't
your
even shoot my
character doing.
scenes. I showed up. We didn't even shoot my. We didn't finish the video.
That video turned out to be complete trash.
Yeah.
And maybe if we could like try and dig it. I don't think we can even dig it up.
If
though.
we
I think it's,
find
like,
it, we'll show you guys. At
I don't
some
think
point
there's a
on the
chance
channel.
we're finding it.
Yeah,
honestly.
there's
It's like-
footage
it's
out there
long
somewhere
gone.
for sure. But yeah, that's
It was
where
terrible.
met.
We never made it.
Yeah, but on a shoot, yeah, that's where we met. Technically, though, I knew him
In high school.
In high school because we grew up in the same like hometown together. But we went to different high schools. He's 2 years younger than me, but I've heard of him in high school because he made like music videos that went like viral in like the town we were in. But at the time I didn't know who he was. I was like, what the fuck? Who's this? I knew some other guy that was in his music videos, but then I saw the music videos, but I hated the guy that was in the music videos. So I hated him by default too. I go, fuck that guy. Also, fuck this
Didn't
guy
you say
too.
you thought I was like a douchebag?
Yeah, I didn't know
initially,
who
like,
he
before,
was.
because you hadn't met me.
Yeah, I was like, that guy's a fucking bitch, just like the other fucking guy.
And
I
then
hate.
was your first impression of like was that thought
Was it present
like when,
during the audition?
yeah, like when you first met me?
Yes.
Like was that you still thought I was a douchebag in the audition?
No. I'm very open minded, so I didn't think that at the time. But I was curious though. I was like, who is this guy that shot with that bitch? You know what I mean? Like that was the question. That was my thought process. But then we met, and obviously he's the coolest fucking guy I know. But
And then now we've been making videos together now. Okay, so since I was 15 and I'm 26 now, so
10 years, almost
No,
10,
11
11 years. Going almost 11, but yeah, 10,
Okay,
11
almost
years.
11 years,
10 and a
yeah.
half years we've been
Yeah,
making.
that's crazy.
We've been making love. Sweet love.
sweet passionate
With these
film
videos.
love.
Yes. So hopefully that answers your question. Great question, whatever your name was.
Next question is from My Life Sucks, lol. I want to ask when and why you guys brought Timmy in on the project.
My life sucks, lol. Okay.
My life sucks low. Great question. That's a great question. And let's see. Maybe Timmy.
Yeah,
you
I was
introduce
just
you.
about
I
to
was
say,
like,
maybe
how do we
Tim
answer this
introduces
question?
himself, and then we'll kind of all
explain your story, and then we'll kind of come in on what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know.
what's up, guys? I'm Tim. I'm Matt's brother. I've been shooting with Matt and kind of trying to help his film journey since I was like a little kid. I prioritized baseball. I played college baseball at Cal State Fullerton.
Division I.
Before this.
Yeah, D1.
Fucking monster.
I had like a back surgery. Now I'm with these guys, and I just try and make everything they do like better, and try to pitch in however I can. Filming, editing,
he's
producing.
a Swiss Army knife. He can do it all.
Yeah, basically when Tim stopped doing baseball, he came and started working with us, and like from the jump, just elevated everything. Like because of Tim, we're able to put out so much more stuff at much higher quality.
Yeah.
Tim was kind of, because Justus and I have been working together for a while, and it was great, but it was very hard because to make these videos you need a lot of like really talented people to kind of come together, and you need a lot of help. And we were always like, man, if we had like a third person who could like just come in and nail this
For sure.
and be like super committed to it. Basically be like like you said, a Swiss Army knife.
For sure.
That would be extremely helpful.
It's hard to do everything, like it's like to, obviously you guys see the videos, to write, you have
to write it,
produce,
direct it, produce, act,
it's a lot.
shoot
consistently.
You have to call. You have to get the actors. People are always, canceling.
Yeah.
You have to make sure the location's there. You have to shot list it. You have to
the whole thing.
Get the times down
for sure
for everybody, and make sure that people are coming in on time and getting out on time. Food, props,
business.
Is the business working? Are the edits getting done properly? What music are we going to use for this video?
We'll get into the process too of how we we actually do it.
But either way, it's Tim has basically been a massive reason for like why we're able to produce as much as we do at the quality that we produce it, because we wouldn't be able to do it without Tim. And so I'm glad that we're doing this Q&A type stuff, because now like people can get to know Tim
what's
more
going on, for sure.
and see kind of more behind the scenes of what's happening
during college breaks and stuff, like winter break and stuff. I'd come back and like film with these guys, and like we always had a conversation. Like if stuff went south with baseball, like I had a me and Matt get along really well, and obviously if you get along with Matt, you get along with Justus.
These are my two best friends.
Yeah, it's we're very tight. We always talked like if man, you're good.
So it's good that we like each other, because we're with each other 24 hours a day.
Yeah, it's not like we just like work with each other and then it's like we kind of all go and do our own thing. It's like whenever we roll up places like at our friends' houses, or even like on shoots, whatever. Like if one of us is invited, all three of us roll up every single time. And when one of us isn't there, everyone's always like, where's the other one? They're always like confused.
What's going
on? So what are they doing?
What are they doing right now?
And they're not. Like, what is he sick? Like what?
Okay,
he's editing.
Next question is from
Great question.
PQSK. PQSK. How long does it take to come up with these skits? Do you spend hours editing the ideas before filming? Who comes up with the ideas? Is it one person you all piggyback off the idea? Is it always a group from the initial to the end? What's your process like overall?
That's a great question.
It's a loaded question.
That's a mouthful, is what it is.
Because there's so much like to describe the process of it. I mean, I guess we could start with like how we kind of operate our production sort of like a little mini online TV show, because we all came from a film and TV background initially, so we try to model it. We try to take what we learned from that as much as we can, and then put it into social media, which is really interesting, and it's kind of difficult because they're quite different, and how they function. Like for instance, with film and TV, you have a lot more time, a lot more money, and a lot more resources to produce things. And then with social media, it's like it's like you got to just be like cranking shit out all the time, and it's fast, and it's run and gun. So why don't we start with or actually I'll finish that point I was making. So how we do it is we do it in seasons. So every 2 months is a season for us. So prior to launching the channel, we would block shoot 16 videos, and we usually start off the first 2 weeks of those 2 months is writing, and that'll be like within that process. You want to talk about kind of like how the writing process is? That like, first 2 weeks.
Like I said, we'll just spend 2 weeks. Honestly, the first like couple of days, we'll just kind of walk around and just like shoot the shit, and honestly just like bullshit, and that's kind of like how we come up with our ideas, you know, like when we're just kind of hanging out having fun. But that'll be fun, like kind of the first like couple of days, and then
we'll put like ideas in a document and just kind of be like, oh, that could be funny, and we end up just with like a really long list.
Yeah, like a long list, and then we'll pick our favorite, like 20.
Yeah, we start like narrowing it down,
like 20 sketches that we want to shoot, and then I mean we'll write them, break them, and then we'll write them, and that's all.
And it's 16 for a season. And that's how many we'll end up kind of picking. We'll pick usually a couple more, because a lot of times like we'll have sketches that just kind of like don't really make it, or we'll be like, I don't know if we have the production capability to do that this season.
Yeah, and then we'll do that for like 2 weeks, and then and then we'll shoot for the next 6 weeks, and then editing is kind of like.
Oh, by the way, we should mention with the writing process too. So after we pick the ideas, we'll break them, and that means that like so. We'll put it in another document, and we sort of beat out like, okay, this is what's going to happen in this beat, and then this happens in this beat, and then we take the beat board or the whatever that you want to call that document, and then we split off. So we have all the sketches kind of beat it out, and then we'll both kind of switch off writing like first drafts of them. And then we come in, and this is all happening over the course of these 2 weeks. So then we'll come in with the first drafts, revise them together, make sure that we're on the same page with it. You know, we're liking the dialogue. So we go through a revision process with it. And then that's where you were kind of going.
And then the next 6 weeks we'll shoot them all. You know, that's pretty much as short as it is. That's pretty much.
Yeah, we shoot them mixed with like editing.
Editing's kind of weekly. We're just always editing.
And revising too. The script is never really done until it's like edited and finalized.
For sure.
Because sometimes we even add stuff after.
Reshoot sometimes. And then editing is just always editing. There's never a time when we're not editing. Even when we're like in a little break period, there's still editing because we got to post that week. So
So in the background of like shooting and revising and getting the sketches ready, like on a week by week basis, we'll produce them and get them kind of ready for the week on like Mondays usually. And then we usually shoot Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, Tuesdays, Thursdays.
That's kind of typically how it lands. And then, so in the background of that, we're all editing. So one cool thing about the editing process that we do is everybody here edits all the videos. So it starts with Tim.
It's very collaborative.
Yeah, Tim, you want to talk about like what you do with your process?
Sure. Yeah. I get all the footage. I import it. I'll take all of it. I'll watch through everything. I cut it up into individual takes. I'll stack them on top of each other. So it'll be like Matt saying the same line like 8 times in a row. And I will pick whatever my opinion of the funniest one is, and I'll try and like piece up the takes into a good story. Try and add whatever I think the good music would be, or my idea of the sound effects, whatever, and try and get it to where like the coverage is good, and get it off to where Justus can kind of take it to a version 2 and. Justus, that's
and then I'll take it, and then I'll kind of polish it up a little bit, and then I'll send it to Matt, so it's just like a human centipede of edits.
Yeah, we run a train on these.
These edits, literally, not in a sexual way. Sometimes
in a sexual way, we'll run a train on the edits. Yeah,
sometimes. But to wrap it all up, this process that we do is really great, because I think they kind of asked too, like, why we do it this way too. But I think what's great about the way we do our videos in this process, this 2-month period, is we're always 16 videos ahead, which is fucking awesome, because we never feel like we're on the clock, and we never feel like we're like with social media. It's like you have to keep posting every week. So this allows us to like actually like
there's space,
enjoy a little bit of the process of what we're doing, instead of always having to come up with an idea the day of.
It's the best. It's the best way that we have figured out to like to keep this not like, because if you're like just
you'll burn yourself
writing,
out.
shooting, and editing a video like one week, and then you have to do it again and then again, and there's no videos banked, it becomes like just a circus.
Which, by the way, we've done in the past. We've actually done social media like a while. This like 5 years ago, and that's how we would do it. It'd be like every week you got to have a video like written, produced, shot the week of, and like that just like it makes it so much more stressful, and then also like not as fun.
You also have more time to sit with the videos too, which is helpful, because we might like edit one, and then we'll kind of be sitting on it for a couple weeks, and then we'll look at it and we're like, oh, I feel like this could be different, or this could be shorter. Let's cut that line. You just with time, like you kind of, and same thing with ideas too. Like we'll make ideas or we'll make sketches from ideas that sometimes we've had from like
For sure.
3 years
like
ago.
Don't Be Late, literally, like we've had that idea, the Don't Be Late sketch, if you guys haven't watched that, but if you have, we've had that idea for like a year, and it was literally just, we thought an Armenian guy saying Don't Be Late
Be late.
is really funny, and literally like there wasn't even a joke, it was just Don't Be Late.
We didn't know how to do it for a while. We would just come in and we'd be like, don't be late. And then I remember we pitched it to
he was like, what if we did it as a sketch? And I was just like, I don't know.
was like, what?
There's not even anything here.
And then remember we were talking to Reese about it. And originally a while ago we pitched this idea to like one of our buddies, Reese Wheatley. We'll kind of like bounce some ideas off of him sometimes. He's dope. He just got married. Shout out to Reese. And he was like, what? I'm confused. He's like, so what is this? It's just this guy saying like, don't be late over and over again. But like low key, I think he kind of thought it was funny too.
Sure. And we ended up finding a way to make it make sense. It wasn't like it was just an Armenian guy saying don't be late. We had a premise with it to make it work.
Same with Gary, by the way.
Same with Gary. We had this other one.
There's this other guy. It's the mattress store video. It
was a funny character that we had.
We met this guy who sounded like
it was hilarious.
That, and he was like, oh yes, yeah.
Welcome to Customized Comfort.
And he sold mattresses, and he sounded like that. And Justus and I have been doing that voice now for
a long time.
Before like when he would say yes, he would say yes.
we had that guy in the back of our minds for like a year, and then we made a sketch about it. So that's why I think it's great to answer that question. It's like why it's good to have some space, because you never know what you're gonna get. You know.
So
yeah.
I think we move on to the next question.
I think we really nailed. That was a girthy question.
It's a big process.
It's a big process for sure.
So next question: do you guys ever plan on doing anything bigger than YouTube videos? Because you guys have such talent, it would be great to see you in other stuff. From Mantin, it's spelled Mintine.
Mantin.
Thank you, Mantin.
That's a great question, Mantin. Like Mantis.
Kind of, yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, to answer your question, absolutely. Or it was, do you want to expand outside of YouTube?
Yeah. Do you guys ever plan on doing anything bigger than YouTube videos? Because you guys have such talent.
Okay, so I think we're all on the same page here with like YouTube. I kind of like never. I love YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. Like
no,
there's no reason to like ever stop.
Cuts out the middleman. You know.
This YouTube has been the most like beautiful place to distribute content, because you don't, like you just said, you don't have to deal with.
We're the network, so we can do whatever we want, which is great.
And I think that helps a lot with like helping artists be more true to their voice. That sounds so pretentious. Helping artists be true, but it does. Like you know, we get to kind of have the final say as long as we're not doing anything like too crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, like there's not anybody coming in and telling you like what you can and can't do. And I think the freedom of that, if you're like responsible with it as an artist, like is great. Like that's such an issue all the time that we hear about with like friends of ours in the industry. It's like, oh, the network said that I can't do this, or oh, I got to listen to this guy, and it literally like degrades the quality of the project, because you have a bunch of people who don't know what they're talking about coming in, who just like they just want to have their like stamp on it. But Justus, you want to pick up the next part of that question, regarding like doing more stuff than just the sketches.
Well, it's crazy because we actually we were trying to do shows and movies and stuff for like a long time before we started doing the social media stuff again. For like 4 or 5 years we were trying to sell a show.
Maybe longer than
that, but we had like, you could go on our YouTube pages and like it's way back there, but we have like a bunch of like shows that we've even shot, and
wasn't that from like 7 years ago?
Yeah, that might have been longer.
Dogs?
I mean, we've done other ones we haven't even posted. That was like 6, 7, 8 years ago. But
you're right.
Like ones we didn't even
like
drop
before Raw Dogs. Raw Dogs is the first show that we like posted on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, you guys go on our channel, you'll see it on there. We took some down, but yeah, most of them are still up there. But yeah, we were trying to do shows and movies for a long time. And like you said, it just was such a hassle and just so difficult dealing with people and honestly, I just think we were young too, and we were just figuring stuff out and just experimenting with different show ideas, and they just didn't work. You know, I mean, they were great. We got so much better, but it just didn't work, and we kind of just pivoted to sketch comedy again, because we've done that and we're pretty good at it. I would like to think. So we're doing that. But in the future, I think for sure, like, we definitely would love to. Like he said, I'm not really like we're not in a place where we're like eager to do it, but like obviously if the opportunity presents itself and we have
like
a good
movies
situation.
and TV shows, and I think like whether that be us making our own feature films and like self-distributing them, you know, putting out like
Tyler Perry style.
Yeah. Doing like a web series again.
Yeah.
That is something that we want to do. We're slowly inching our way towards that. Like right now we're starting to do longer sketches. Just because I think we're starting to, that's like a step towards like expanding a little bit. And then as we kind of continue growing the channel and our production capabilities start to grow, like we have to figure out a way to do it like financially feasible. And because the shows are to be quite honest, they're behemoths. Like they're like a web series is like to make a good one. It's like it's no joke. It takes so much time to like develop them and to find a good story and to it's a lot. So we have to kind of see, I don't know how exactly we're going to do it, but even with like a podcast too, like I know, you know, something like this, we want to start doing a podcast as well. That's a lot easier for us.
For sure. Yeah. A lot of it's just the production and stuff, but
I think as our channel grows, I think as the channel grows, we're going to be able to expand into doing more TV shows and movies, because I know like we get a lot of comments from people about that.
Also, we love storytelling. Storytelling's fucking awesome. Just like you said, it requires so much just time and just money too that we just don't have. So
you know, we have to figure out a way to like grow this more like financially.
Unless somebody wants to write it for us and do that,
we would need more editors
and showrun for sure. If someone wants to help us showrun, then that'd be great too. But yes, definitely in the future for sure. To answer your question, great question.
Oh, live shows too.
Live shows, stand up, all of it. We'll do it all. Anything funny,
yes.
I'm in.
We're anything that you guys probably like, movies, TV shows,
porn,
live shows,
everything. You know, X videos, sexual things. All of it.
That is the plan to expand towards that for sure.
Great question. Forgot your name. Great question.
This one's a really quick one. What do you edit on from Mr. Mix 5652?
Adobe Premiere and Adobe After Effects.
Okay.
We love them.
What is your favorite skit you've ever made? The Daily Bruin.
Wow.
I don't know, dude.
I mean, there's so many. Off the top of my head,
this one was kind of repeated too.
At the top of my head, I would say the Walmart receipt lady.
Oh yeah.
If you guys haven't seen that, check that one out. I think you'll like it.
This is not one of our best ones, but I think the Bang.
I was literally about to say the fucking Bang video. There's a Bang video of us in Speedos. So if you want to check that one out, that one's fucking awesome. We might be the only ones that like
hilarious.
that one, but
Tim hates that one.
Tim hates this one.
I don't hate it, but
it's not his favorite. He doesn't love it as much as we.
I think it's like
I think it's funny.
Like,
I think I love making. I mean,
it honestly might be the funniest video of all time. Like all jokes aside, it might be the funniest video of all time.
I don't know if this is also just because it's like our most viewed video, but like Chief
is.
I love Chief. That's probably my
everyone.
favorite.
I feel like I like that one because of how many people
love it as well.
Love it
for sure. For sure.
Like
That's up there for sure.
People love
the bike lane. Stay in the bike lane.
Oh yeah, stay in the bike lane.
That's one of our
the
iconic ones.
Bikers in LA be like, I love that one.
Don't be late is awesome too.
Don't be late is.
We're just listing all of our best videos, basically. All of our best, most viewed videos are the ones we like.
Yeah, it's usually the most viewed
most
ones.
Most of the time, we got some
typically like. We're all usually on the same page.
For sure. Yeah.
Everyone comments this one, and this one's a public. Why was Matt on Young Sheldon? What's the backstory to that? This one is from Mono Kumad.
Wait, Matt wasn't on Young Sheldon. You were on Young Sheldon?
You were?
The amount of
oh my god, you're on fucking Young Sheldon.
Dude, it's hundreds.
I just fucking realized that
we get from. You're so stupid. The amount of comments that we get about me being on Young Sheldon is like I could never have predicted it.
It's about half the comments. Also, how many? By the way, how many fucking people are watching Young Sheldon? That's what I want to fucking know. Because there are so many comments.
99% of our audience.
Like that show, is that show like that popular? Because like
I think it's really popular.
No, it is. It has to be in the Midwest though, because I have yet to meet one person in LA that's been, yo, dude, you catch this fucking
I met a couple
the last Young Sheldon episode.
I met a couple people.
Maybe met a couple people that saw you, but I'm saying like I've never met anyone that went, yo, that last Young Sheldon episode, bro, that shit was funny. Like who?
Yes, well, I've done 3 episodes of Young Sheldon. I played a character named Bobby on it, and I'm like a college guy in it.
You had sex in Young Sheldon's room.
What's the backstory to that, and why were you on it?
So I do like also professional acting. I've been acting since I was like 5.
Sneakerheads.
Yeah, it was
Netflix show.
Sneakerheads on Netflix. I've also done like, if you guys have seen Chicken Little, I was the orange alien or I played one of the voices of the orange alien that Chicken Little had to save with the 3 eyes, the fluffy one. And then I was also Mike Yagubian in Meet the Robinsons. Yeah, that's like voice acting stuff.
Yeah.
And then I've done some other stuff too. Like I was on like a TV show as a series regular when I was younger on this show called Rodney, and like I mean you could look at my IMDb.
IMDb him. Google him.
I don't want to go through like
You'll
the whole
see it.
list right now. And I also like I feel like anytime it just feels weird to talk about like acting credits.
Okay.
This show.
Pornhub, X videos.
OnlyFans.
Anyway, I'm also like an actor, so I auditioned for it.
He's an actor.
And then I booked the role. He's an actor.
Yay.
Hey.
A thespian.
Hey.
How many languages can Justus speak? I wonder, from the Black Diamond Guy 4606.
Black Diamond Guy 4606. I speak English. That's the only language I speak. I am Mexican. I don't know Spanish. He knows Spanish.
Yo puedo hablar en español,
Point taken.
pero necesito practicar mucho
Yeah.
más.
I don't invite him to any of my family events because he just makes me look like a piece of shit.
Es muy divertido.
See that?
Para mí hablar en idiomas distintas.
Yeah. So no, I don't speak any different languages. English is what I speak.
Okay, this
Great question,
This
by the
one
way.
was a repeat. People asked about. I feel bad for the neighbors. How many times do you have to change houses? From that Q8 guy. Someone also commented about the shirt off in the street and at the park. How do we do these things?
Yeah.
So
Honestly,
Oh,
the
and
neighbors are used to what we do now.
Yeah.
At this, but they're kind of like in on it. They're in on the game that we have going on here. Like there's screaming going on. There's breaking glasses. There's just it's wild.
Weapons.
Yeah.
Cops. Fire
drag
stuff.
queen. Guys dressing as girls. It's getting crazy, bro. It's
Yeah.
getting wild out here. But
they've just accepted it. Like we've been living on the street though. Like we're one of the OG people who like built this house. On the street.
we run this town.
So yeah, I think that the neighbors seem to have just like accepted it. I think that they all really like us though.
No, they're cool.
We're really cool with like all of our neighbors.
We're
and
respectful.
We're respectful.
Yeah, they get it. They know what we're doing here. They know what the circus is. So yeah, they're cool. They're cool.
Next question. How do you manage to get your videos to reach so unlikely and insane scenarios being so relatable at the same time? From Evom VP5JS.
Great question. How do we get into this?
I don't know how to even like.
So relatable, unlikely scenarios. I guess maybe like you heighten up.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean,
maybe-
it starts from like.
See things at parties and stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like these ideas are coming out of. Well, in a way, they're kind of coming out of nowhere. But I guess I don't know. How would you answer that
we
question?
just live our lives through comedy lenses. So every time anything crazy happens in our life, or we just find something amusing or funny, we're like, oh, that's a bit, and then that's what we'll do. We'll make a bit out of it.
Well, I
And-
guess that's kind of like what comedy or sketch comedy is too. It starts with something like kind of like relatable and like it starts with kind of just something kind of funny,
Yeah.
relatable, and small, and then
It's a-
we like to just like
well, that's kind of like, it's like, how far can we take whatever that bit is? You know,
Yeah.
like what's the most fucked up thing we can do here? And then that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
why we'll take it that far. So it's
Yes.
kind of like, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Ooh, this
Great
one's a good
question, by
one.
the way.
This one's a
Yeah.
good one.
I didn't even know how to answer that.
Great
for a second.
question, by the way.
Oh, so we do that.
Yeah.
What's the most dangerous sketch you've ever filmed?
The one that comes to mind is that drift triking sketch that we did, but that's not even on the YouTube
yeah,
channel.
this was like 10 years ago.
I don't even know like what the point of that sketch was either.
Yeah.
We built a drift trike with one of my friends up the street, and I don't know if you guys have seen drift trikes before. It's like PVC wheels on like a seat, and we were like flying down these like
big ass
streets,
roads.
like where I was like sliding around, and there's like cars, and like you
Yeah.
could have very easily have been hit by a car.
Very dangerous. We don't really do shit like that anymore. That was when we were like
That was when we-
18, 17.
sort of younger, and it's
I'm
like
old
I'm
now.
invincible.
I'm
It's like-
brittle.
yeah,
I'm
no,
brittle,
we try
bro.
to keep the videos.
Yeah.
Not try. We
Let's keep it
them-
in an
we
air
keep them
conditioning
safe.
room.
That question was
Right
from
here,
Meme
perfect.
Master for life, by the way. Thank you, Meme Master.
Meat Master.
Are you guys gay? Just for YouTube, 6209 asks.
I mean, I just licked his asshole right before this.
Are we
this
gay?
Q&A.
I mean, have I sucked your dick? No,
No,
we're
we're
not gay.
That
okay.
one-
I'm finally answering this question because we keep getting comments. Are we gay? And I have nothing against gay people, but we're not gay.
To be fair, it's a
makes sense.
completely legitimate
It makes
question.
sense.
If you take into consideration like how many gay bits that we'll do and how many times we are dressing up
Yeah.
and
I'm starting to question it.
yeah, I don't know. Are
I'm
we?
starting to question
Yeah.
it, bro. Wait,
Wait a second.
am I gay?
Justice, are we gay for each other?
We're not gay. We're not gay to answer your question. No, we're not gay. We are very heterosexual, male,
Yeah,
right?
I'm always slamming
Right?
hoes. Girl hoes.
He's got different hoes in different area codes, bro.
This one's a good one. What sketches did you watch when you were younger? Are there any that inspired you today? Cover I 5731 asks.
I blanked out. Say that again.
What sketches did you guys watch when you were younger? Are there any that inspire you today?
Yes.
So, maybe
Great.
movies too. Maybe.
Great question, by the way.
Who asked that?
Cover I 5731.
Thank you,
Cover
Cover
I.
I 5731.
Cover eye. I'm gonna cover my eye to answer this question. Wow, we have so many answers. Honestly, it's not just sketches. We'll kind of say everything
just
that
start
inspires.
listing them. Go through the list.
Key and Peele, love that. Curb Your Enthusiasm. What? Trailer Park Boys. It's Always Sunny.
Seinfeld.
Chappelle. Wedding Crashers. Anything Will Ferrell's in. Annie McBride.
Vice Principals.
All the goats.
Eastbound and Down.
All the goats.
Judd Apatow stuff.
Sandler.
Jim Carrey. All the goats.
Anyone who you can think of.
Anyone who's funny.
We copy them.
I copy them.
Yeah.
Steal their jokes.
Yeah.
Not really, but you know.
I don't know if we're missing anybody.
Okay.
We are totally.
You know.
Seinfeld.
Larry
Seinfeld.
David. Yeah, we just said Seinfeld.
This
Curb
one's
Your
from
Enthusiasm.
Dipsy Comp. Any hobbies, passions, etc. amongst you?
Video games.
I love video games.
Porn. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, I don't really have that many hobbies, guys. I mean, besides what we do.
You watch a lot of
fights.
TV.
I watch a lot of TV, but that's what I
UFC
do.
fights.
UFC
Oh, I
fights.
mean, it's not really a hobby, but yes, I like watching UFC fights. I'm not like a fighter myself, but yeah.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I got you, Justice. We all hit the gym most of the days.
I love being fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's a
eating
hobby.
healthy.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of a hobby.
Gym, hanging out. Yeah, you guys should check out my brother's stream too. He streams on Twitch. It's what you want to plug it. What is it?
My Twitch is what you do. WYD Stepbro 000.
That sounds like a
Okay,
porno.
you should type that in. And
That sounds like a porn.
I'll
That sounds like a
bio.
porn
Yeah.
handle. Step bro.
What you doing, step bro?
What's going on? Dude?
We play a lot together. Tim and I play Call of Duty Warzone a lot.
Oh man, it's so fun.
Yeah.
Tap in.
It's funny too. We don't take it too seriously. I mean, we win a lot. But
I've been trying to get Justice
Tap
to play.
in.
But
You don't want me
he's-
playing. You don't want me playing. I'm a liability out there, boys.
The Twitch is WYD Stepbro 000. I'll put it in the below.
We also we read a lot of like philosophy and stuff too.
Oh yeah,
and like,
I like
spiritual texts
That's
and
a
like
hobby.
meditation. I think.
Yeah, I love philosophy. That's great. Yeah, we all do. But yeah, that's great.
Especially like stoicism.
Stoicism and stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
which helps a lot with like our running. Running this thing.
Helps us keep our minds sane.
Yes.
In this crazy world we live in.
Yes.
So awesome. Great question, by the way.
Great question.
This is an interesting one. Why did you guys start doing YouTube, and when did you acknowledge that you guys will do YouTube like for a living? Dizzy 2974.
I love that question.
It's a great question.
That's a great question, by the way. Awesome question. I mean, in its entirety, I feel like I would even say like when you've been doing this your whole fucking life, but I guess like since birth.
Yeah, pretty much.
We started posting consistently like 3 years ago, but we've had a channel for like fucking 10 years. 10 years. We just kind of we've been splotchy with it, but like, I guess since I could remember, we've always wanted to do this. It's the only thing we can do.
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, we wanted to do TV and movies primarily, and then it just didn't really like work out that way. It was really hard to like pitch stuff, and then so YouTube was actually kind of a plan B for us. We were like, okay, this is really difficult to like sell a show, it's just this has been like many years of like nothing's working.
Failure.
Failure, financial
ruins,
destruction.
Yeah, relationship destructions,
parent confusion, peer confusion, self-confusion. So we were like, okay,
but that's your early 20s though.
Yeah, it was. We had a really weird, and it wasn't weird.
And
it
I'll
was
say
your classic
it was
early 20s.
fucking awesome that it happened, to be honest, because like
Super
you said,
grateful.
The pivot to doing social media full time was not what we intended to do, but
it wasn't what we expected. Yes, but it turned out that doing YouTube and doing social media and
So
just
much
putting our
better.
stuff there, what a blessing.
Yeah.
What a blessing.
It was a blessing in disguise, really.
Yes.
You think something is bad, but then it actually ends up being something great. So
it was way better than anything that we could have imagined, and I would prefer it to have worked out the way that it did than what we originally wanted.
Which is a great lesson for you guys watching. If shit's going bad, honestly,
don't worry about it, because it was going
better.
really bad for us. Like we were, it was a mess.
Yeah, for sure.
And it ended up pivoting and
Turning around.
and it was so unexpected.
Now we're worth like $50 million.
Now we're worth $850 billion.
And counting. Not really. I wish.
Actually, I
but
just got a notification on my phone.
it's his banker.
Now we're up to 300 billion.
Boom. But yes. So hopefully that answered your question. We went off on a tangent, but yes.
Why don't
Great
you guys?
question, by the way.
Actually, what is your education qualification? User CGA. Blah, blah, blah.
1, 2, 3. College dropouts.
dropouts.
Not you though.
I have a degree.
He has a degree. He's not a piece of shit.
Well, I have been, but I'm not.
College degree, college dropouts. We need to have somebody with a college degree to give us some sort of fucking credibility here, because it's like we can't have fucking 3 college dropouts. That would just be like.
I'm still not a big supporter of school though. I think college is a scam. Don't do it.
Fuck college, Gary V.
Gary V, yeah.
But yeah, college dropouts. Shout out to Kanye. College dropouts.
Okay,
Great question, by the way.
Why don't you guys upload bloopers? Protham up yadiaye 92729.
Great question, by the way.
I think we want to. It's just more editing.
Another time-consuming thing. We will eventually. I want to do everything for you guys. I want to do. I want to do more videos. I want to do TV shows, like he said, live shit, sexual stuff. Just kidding. Everything.
We're gonna do bloopers at some point.
Yes.
We just. It requires more editing right now.
Yeah.
We're already like
Swamped.
it's a lot right now.
I'm so swamped. I'm literally fucking Shrek.
I don't even
Yeah.
time
That's
for
how fucking
myself.
swamped
Like
I
we
am.
don't really have much time to, and I'm love
Only
it too.
have time
I'm
for
super
myself.
grateful. I don't have any
I don't
time,
have
for,
time for
myself.
myself.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like a full time, even what we're doing right now. So to add anything, we're trying to like gently add things in.
Yeah.
As we go along, instead of trying to bite off too more.
Yeah. Great question, by the way.
Next one is whose idea was it to make the channel first? Also love the vids. Keep
My
it-
idea. Bro.
What do you mean? You think it was your fucking idea?
You seriously saying it's your idea?
You're right now in front of everybody. You're just gonna act like you're saying that it was your
It's
idea.
right now?
Seriously.
We're gonna move on. It was my idea. We'll move on.
We're gonna talk about this after the show.
No,
No, it
seriously,
was.
it's God's idea.
Yeah, it was kind of like we make everything together.
We hang out
all
every
the
day,
time,
so it's
and we
kinda
hang
like,
out every day. So
let's
we were
make a
like,
channel.
honestly, at this point, let's just do the same.
We were doing independent things a while ago, like 7 years ago.
Yeah,
Like we had our
yeah.
own kind of videos doing. Like he was making sketch comedy videos on his own, and I was making sketch comedy videos on my own. Then,
But it was like we're making everything together
anyway.
So
So
we were
like-
like, and it's like
Yeah.
the most amazing like fun time doing
might
it.
as
So
well
it's like,
just combine each other's minds. You know what I mean?
yes.
You know what I mean? More minds is better than one mind, right?
Yeah.
I think family and friends and business is a definite way to go. If
Oh,
you can
for
make it
sure.
work.
If you can
I-
make it
that
work.
too.
If
That
you
is
can make
such
it
a
work.
bad. Don't listen to that at all. It's
Yeah.
great. It's amazing.
Yeah, if you can do that,
If
some
you
people
can
are
make
like,
it work.
like working with family and your friends and stuff. Honestly,
Working with anyone is fucking tough.
That's true too.
You know what I mean?
That's
You just
true,
have to be
too.
working with cool people. That's it. It's not friends and family. It's just fucking working with people and
Dope,
stuff.
yeah.
We're
You know?
working with Justus and Tim is by far like the best part of doing this.
Yeah. Well,
It's
it's like
not like
I would not want to do this if I did it like by myself. That'd suck ass.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, working with a group is fucking awesome. So we all fucking started. How about that?
Yeah, we all
did.
started it together.
Yes.
This one's pretty cool.
Great question, by the way.
This one's pretty cool too. What's your take on digital media on children's health? Is it negatively impacting our youth or a blessing? From Dipsy Comp, another Dipsy Comp.
I think it's like anything. It's,
Great question, by the way.
It could affect a lot of things. So,
What
yeah.
do you think, Justice?
I guess it varies from person to person. I think just like anything in life, like he might need to go on a diet, but that guy doesn't because he's fit. So it's kind of like if that reference makes sense. Like same with social media. I think for some people it's bad, for some people it's not. So I think like if it's affecting you negatively, maybe you should stick off of it, and if it's not, then it's fine. I think it has a lot of benefits. It has a lot of flaws. I think.
I also think it depends on how you use it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like if you're
we use it in a
just,
very
like
business way.
whacking it every day to like
Porn?
pornography.
That's a problem.
That's what your algorithm will be.
And
yeah.
and
you're
it's
choosing
kind of that, or is it like you're following like really cool people like stoic pages or like
sure.
Gary V or
Ass
Robbins.
tits. You know what I mean? That's me. My page is literally stoic philosophy and yogi quotes and then S.
Me too.
It's so I don't know. It's conflicted. You know what I mean?
Mine's like
It's all about moderation for me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna like take myself out, but I'm in. You know what I mean? I'm also in. So I think to answer your
I mean,
question,
I'll definitely say like for me, the internet and digital media has absolutely changed my life. Like
shout out to Gary Vee.
Yeah, I mean, like I mean, dude, you get to hear from like people like Gary Vee. You get to like we found out about
Joe Rogan.
stoicism through the internet. Yeah, Joe Rogan. Internet lectures and like
comedians.
Yeah, funny jokes.
Comedy. Yeah, I think it has a great. Yeah,
we've also met really cool people.
All of our friends are on social media, so that's it's been great.
I've loved it. I think if you use it well, it's great.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like anything.
Everything in moderation.
Yeah,
that's how we live our lives. Great question, by the way. Great question, by the way. Just wanted to keep throwing that out there.
Great question.
I gotta get the shout out.
That's all the highlighted questions. If you want me to keep going, I can keep going.
Is that all of them?
Let me know. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. I mean, this is. I thought we answered a lot of questions for you guys.
What do you think? Do you think
I think that was
the only
lot.
one left is How Big Is Yours by David Durrell.
Oh, that's a great ending. That's a great ending.
15 inches.
Are we talking soft or hard?
How big is yours? Soft
That's gonna
and
vary.
hard.
Because I'm a grower, not a shower, bruh. You know. 2.5 inches.
8 feet.
Hard. I'm not going to say what my actual size is. 7 inches.
It's like a little above average, 7.
Anywhere between
Guys,
4 and 7. Okay?
I think this was a really fun Q&A session that we had here.
So awesome.
I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that this was everything that
informative, funny.
Informative, funny.
Because we want to do this a lot more, by the way. We want to do a lot of more of these Q&As. Like we said, a podcast in the future. Yeah, it's just awesome doing this because we don't really do this often. You guys don't even know who we are and what we do. So this is awesome that we got to do this. Let's do it again sometime.
Yes. Yeah, we'll do another Q&A if you guys like this.
If you guys like this. If this is trash,
if this is like something that you want to see more of, or if you have, if it's like too long, you guys ramble too long, like,
which I wouldn't
be surprised if
you guys said that
we are
too.
Ramblers. But yeah, as we ramble right now. Yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to be reading the comments on this too.
Yep.
Probably responding to them a lot.
Yes.
And, more communication. So yeah, let us know what you thought.
We love you guys. We cannot do this without you guys.
Great questions, by the way. There it is.
I started the channel.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Love you. Much love. Peace out.
All right. Love you guys. Peace.